His Excellency Mr. Ibrahim Baylan, Honorable Minister for Business, Industry and Innovation of Sweden, and other distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar, a very good morning and warm welcome to you all to this business seminar today on India-Sweden Innovation Day. A warm welcome also to all the guests who are participating at this event virtually from India, Sweden, and other parts of the world. COVID-19 has been the single great disruptor across the globe in recent history. This seminar on the theme The New Normal brings together stakeholders from government, business, industry, think tanks, institutions, media from both India and Sweden to explore, identify, and work together for shared prosperity. In India, the medical device sector and the diagnostic industry quickly rose to the challenge, and today we are not only fulfilling the domestic demand, but are also exporting the much sought after diagnostic kits representing different technologies. This rapid progress and technology is a shining example of the capability, resilience, and adaptability of the Indian medical device ecosystem. With no room for complacency, India is also focused on developing a vaccine domestically. Despite the disruptions, there is great expectation that the decade ahead will be dominated by innovation. Innovation cooperation is the most important element in the bilateral relationship between India and Sweden, which is progressing well within the ambit of a joint innovation partnership, which was signed between India and Sweden when Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi visited Sweden in April 2018. Another big event happened when the India-Sweden high-level policy dialogue on innovation policy was jointly inaugurated by Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, and His Majesty, the King of Sweden, during the royal visit to India in December 2019. This is the JIP partnership is an ideal platform to make full use of Sweden and India's complementary strengths for the mutual benefit of both the countries in the triple helix format. As the world economy progresses towards the fourth industrial revolution, where IT, high-tech, AI, and innovation will play key roles, we look at Sweden as an important partner. And I take this opportunity to invite Swedish companies to participate in the making of New India and harnessing opportunities for mutual benefit. My compliments to India Unlimited, CII, Sweden-India Business Council, and other stakeholders for organizing this business seminar. I extend my best wishes for its success. Today, we are very fortunate that His Excellency Shri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways and MSMEs, has taken time out of his busy schedule to speak at this event. The Honorable Minister visited Sweden earlier this year in February to participate in the third Global Ministerial Conference on Road Safety. He also held several bilateral ministerial interactions during his visit. Minister Gadkari needs no introduction. At the same time, I am delighted to mention that the Honorable Minister executed the construction of India's first 6-lane high-speed expressway, the Mumbai-Pune Expressway. The Honorable Minister has also brought road safety in India on par with best in class across the world by enacting the Road Safety Act. It is my proud privilege to invite His Excellency Shri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways and MSMEs, to say a few words. Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
There are followers, there are leaders, and then there are visionaries. Taking people and society to where they ought to be rather than where they want to be is what separates a visionary from a mere leader. This rare quality is what sets apart Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Minister of Road Transport and Highways and Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises from many of his ilk. With his indefatigable positive energy and a deep desire to use politics as a catalyst to serve society, Nitin Gadkari continues to impress all with his sterling performance over the years. Born in 1957 into a free-thinking agricultural family, Nitin Gadkari at heart has always been a social worker inspired by the RSS founder K.B. Hedgewar's ideals of humanity and nation building. Nitin Gadkari has been shouldered with immense responsibility by the party from an early age. He was only in his 30s when he took over as PWD minister in the BJP government of Maharashtra during 1995 and 1999. His stupendous performance has been thoroughly appreciated by the BJP, who went on to make him their youngest ever party president at the age of 52. Since then, he has gone on to become one of the best performing ministers of the BJP government. Taking off as a Minister of the Public Works Department in 1995, Nitin Gadkari made groundbreaking changes in the speed the city of Mumbai travelled. 55 flyovers dotting the city have made commuting in Mumbai much easier than ever before. The foundation of the magnificent Bandra-Worli sea link was also readied during this time. The jewel of the crown of Maharashtra, India's first expressway, the world-class Pune-Mumbai Expressway, is also a futuristic project imagined and brought to fruition by Nitin Gadkari. Connecting over 13,000 unconnected villages with an all-weather $100 million project is another feat accomplished by this far-sighted visionary. Nagpur, his hometown, has seen world-class institutions like IIT, IIM and AIIMS emerge and thrive under his watchful gaze. This is in addition to the over 1,000 Ekal Vidyalayas that go a long way in molding the future tribal generations. Providing financial support for performing over 10,000 successful heart surgeries is another stupendous achievement in his illustrious career as a warm-hearted do-gooder. Cemented roads and metro rail have added a new vitality to the way people travel in the city. Festivals like Khasdar Sanskritik Mahotsav, with a reach of more than 10 lakh people over 17 days of festivities to promote the local as well as national artists at a huge platform, have been organized. Krida Mahotsav, a sports festival with participation about 10,000 sportspersons, where Nitin Gadkari shared his dream of the Nagpur youth representing at the Olympics. Farmer-friendly projects like AgroVision, along with his idea of using sewage water for power generation, use of ethanol as fuel. As India's current Minister of Road Transport, Highways, Shipping and MSMEs, he has re-energized the whole sector with his clear vision. Be it reviving stalled projects of over $1 trillion or doubling the speed of highway construction, his lofty targets have always been achieved well before the projected timelines. With 40,000 kilometers of national highways constructed in the last 5 years, 60,000 kilometers of new roads under his supervision are being constructed. The speed of road construction from a mere 3 kilometers per day before 2014 has grown to 29 kilometers per day in 2019. Bharatmala and Sagarmala, two world-class access-controlled expressway projects led by Nitin Gadkari, are presently in various stages of construction. Exploring alternate modes of transportation like waterways mirrors the speedy and revolutionary transformation of the Indian landscape initiated by the bridge-building messiah, as he is fondly referred to. Nitin Gadkari is the leading hand in shaping the dream of a new India as envisaged by Narendra Modi. His unparalleled ability to complete gigantic projects before time makes him an invaluable national leader. The larger-than-life Namami Ganga project top priority national mission, Clean Ganga, is also progressing at top speed under his keen-eyed supervision. With Nitin Gadkari taking charge, India's most maligned logistics sector has also metamorphosed from a point-to-point model to a hub-and-spoke model. This multimodal transport system integrates railways, highways, inland waterways, and airports, conjuring a highly effective transportation grid substantially reducing logistic costs and pollution. 35 multimodal logistics parks, 50 economic corridors, 10 intermodal stations are being readied, logistics summits with international participants, including government organizations and the World Bank, leading to MOUs worth 2 lakh crore, have been held to add muscle to the initiative. Gifted with an ability to dream the seemingly impossible dreams and getting them to fruition also defines this clairvoyant visionary. Nitin Gadkari shines on as one of modern India's pioneering leaders and his work a template for the coming generations. If there ever was a name to the infrastructure man of India, it would be none other than Nitin Jairam Gadkari.
Namaskar. Good morning everyone in Sweden and good afternoon India. Namaskar. At the outset I would like to welcome Mr. Ibrahim Baylan, Honorable Minister for Business, Industry and Innovation, Government of Sweden, to the celebration of 7th India-Sweden Innovation Day. Mr. Marcus Wahlberg, Chairman of SEB and Co-Chair of India-Sweden Business Leaders Roundtable, Mr. Henken Kingstedt, Chairman of Sweden-India Business Council, all eminent personalities, including industry leaders, government officials, institutions who are participating virtually in the India-Sweden Innovation Day today. I am happy to note that India and Sweden have a stronger bilateral and economic relationship than ever. The two countries are having regular high-level exchanges. Our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi visited Sweden in April 2018, and Their Majesties the King and the Queen of Sweden visited India in December 2019. There have also been a series of ministerial level visits from the two sides. During the visit of a joint declaration on India-Sweden Innovation Partnership for a sustainable future was signed by the two sides and a joint action plan was adopted. The area of cooperation identified under the joint innovation partnership included health cooperation, development of smart cities, smart transportations, smart industry, circular and bio-based economy, sustainable development and clean technology. I had also visited to Sweden earlier this year in February 2020 to participate in the 3rd Global Ministerial Conference on Road Safety in Stockholm. I have held the opportunity to visit the Sweden's most innovative electric highway project. I also had the opportunity of interacting with Swedish experts in the field of sustainable urban development, waste to energy, and agriculture waste to biofuel. During my visit to Stockholm, Sweden-India Transport Innovation and Safety Partnership was inaugurated by myself along with Mr. Thomas Eneroth, Honorable Minister for Infrastructure, Government of Sweden in February. Along with Swedish government, we are also committed towards reducing road accidents and we are following the principles of 4 E's: engineering, education, enforcement and emergency medical services. I am delighted to note that the Prime Minister of two countries have launched the Leadership Group of Industry Transition Track in September 2019 in New York. India is committed to achieve zero carbon emission and adopting technologies based on renewable energy sources. The Honorable Prime Minister of India has actively led the International Solar Energy Alliance and has been awarded with the Champions of the Earth Award 2018, the highest UN environmental honor for pioneering International Solar Alliance. We look forward to Sweden joining the alliance at the early date. Our Prime Minister has set a vision for India to become a $5 trillion economy globally and investment of Rs 1 lakh crore in infrastructure development in next 5 years. India become a favorable destination for investment and business, and best alternative in value supply chain. We have huge market, skilled and surplus youth manpower, tax concession, inclusive and equitable government policies, ecosystem for foreign direct investment, FDI, and transparency. Being a minister for micro, small and medium enterprises, MSME, Government of India, my aim is to have more than 50% contribution in GDP through MSME, export. We have untapped resources in the rural, agriculture and tribal area, where huge potential and opportunities could be created through research, innovation and technology. India is taking major efforts in making of India fossil fuel free and adopting to biofuels, electric vehicles mobility, and would like Sweden to come and take part in it. Being a minister for road transport and highway, I am promoting use of advanced technology and innovative materials, recycled waste products, plastic, slag, jute, coir, industry waste in road construction work. It will be cost effective, time bound, qualitative and save ecology and environment. I always say the innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skilled and successful practices, named as knowledge and conversion of knowledge into wealth, is the future. All combined together are called as a knowledge, and conversion of knowledge into wealth was very important. In addition, I must say the mutual cooperation, coordination and communication among the stakeholders in India and Sweden will strengthen, survive and grow in new normal. The nodal agencies on the two sides are Department of Science and Technology of India and Swedish and the Swedish Ministry of Enterprise and Innovation, along with their partner agencies, are working vigorously to take this partnership to new heights. Friends, when it comes to innovation, both Sweden and India have a lot in common and to share with each other to their mutual good. There are immense opportunities that exist on the two sides. We need to identify those opportunities and promote them of each other's benefit. COVID-19 pandemic has made terrible consequences for people and the economy in entire world. I pray for good health and entire mankind. Positivity and self-confidence is very important to survive in new normal situation. I am confident that we will get vaccines soon and will be free from this crisis. I am really happy that today we are organizing this function. I appreciate Sweden being the 5th country in the world for our Make in India mission and 22nd largest investor in India with inflow of 1.63 billion US dollar. Organization of events like India-Sweden Innovation Day greatly help in the growth of innovation, ecosystem and strengthening our bilateral cooperation. With these words, I would like to thank my friend Mr. Ibrahim Baylan, Swedish Minister for Business, Industry and Innovation, Mr. Marcus Wallenberg, Chairman of SEB, and all other distinguished participants present here today. My thanks are also due to the organizers of this event, Mr. Sanju Malhotra, Mr. Anisa Shukla, and Charge d'Affaires from the Embassy, and SIBC, CII, and all others who have made this event possible. Thank you. Namaskar.
Honorable Minister Gadkari, for inaugurating India-Sweden Innovation Day. And to welcome you back, sir, as you had also inaugurated our Innovation Hackathon 2 years back with about 40 very young students from Swedish universities and Indian universities. I now warmly welcome Mr. Ibrahim Baylan, Honorable Minister for Business, Industry and Innovation, Government of Sweden, to also inaugurate India-Sweden Innovation Day from the Swedish side. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, and thank you also very much, dear colleague, Honorable Minister Gadkari, for your warming words and also for the good cooperation and friendship between Sweden and India. Dear Excellencies, friends and colleagues, thank you for inviting me to this inauguration today and inaugurating the 7th India-Sweden Innovation Day. Now, the relationship between India and Sweden, I would say, is stronger than ever, and it's growing more prosperous every day. The event today is a manifestation of that relationship, and I'm very happy that we can gather digitally despite the difficult circumstances and the global pandemic that has been hitting all of us for the recent nine months. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that collaboration and innovation are the key elements for strengthening our societies in the wake of this pandemic. But it is also a key for reaching the sustainable development goals and making the transition to a more sustainable economy and more sustainable planet. Sweden and the Swedish government has set the goal to become one of the world's first fossil-free welfare societies. We believe that encouraging our companies to develop new climate-neutral technologies will lead to a more resilient and sustainable economy. So from our point of view, sustainability is not only good for the planet, it is also a key component of our future competitiveness. One very good example of this is the Swedish project Hybrid, that creates a whole new sustainable value chain for fossil-free steel production. We also need new and transformative solutions to face our societal challenges, including issues related to health and digitalization. But dear friends, I would say that if we are to succeed, we need to work across sectorial and national borders. One player or even one country cannot do it alone. We need more cooperation. During the visit to Sweden by the Honorable Prime Minister Modi in 2018, the governments of India and Sweden, just like we heard before, agreed on a strategic innovation partnership. This was a very clear message from the highest political level that we will work together to address the grand challenges the world is facing today, while at the same time strengthening competitiveness and creating new jobs. And since then, I see a clear increase in the number of collaborations between India and Indian and Swedish stakeholders. This shows that the partnership is producing mutual benefits for India and for Sweden. And I believe that we undoubtedly have a lot to gain from continuing to work with each other. Our partnership follows the important principles of co-creation and co-development between both policymakers, businesses, academia, and innovators in both our countries. And even though India and Sweden may be different in terms of size and demographics, we also have many complementary strengths. India obviously has the speed, the frugal innovation capacity, and the talent pool of the world's largest democracy. Sweden at the same time has a world-class innovation ecosystem and companies who are global innovation leaders. We also both have vibrant startup communities, and that I think in this very difficult times could prove to be very, very beneficial. When we bring competence and ideas together, I think we can create innovative solutions, not just for our own two countries, but also for a global market that are in huge demand of these kind of solutions. Less than a year ago, and to be honest with you, it feels like an eternity. Even though it was in December 2019, it feels like an eternity. But at that time, I had the privilege of joining the state visit to India by their Majesties, the King and Queen of Sweden, together with many of you. Together with a strong delegation, including some of our most innovative companies, We confirmed the ambitions of the innovation partnership in a high-level dialogue of the Honourable Prime Minister Modi, together with our King, His Majesty the King. So, dear friends, what are the results? Are we seeing any concrete results and value coming from this partnership, innovation partnership? Well, from my point of view, I would say that the answer is a very clear yes. And we see it on multiple levels. We see it on government to government. We are sharing experiences on best practices and policy development here. And earlier this fall, Swedish experts were invited by the Indian Department of Science and Technology to take part in the consultation process to support the development of India's new national science, technology and innovation policy. Indian and Swedish government agencies and universities are working closer together, arranging joint workshops and sharing knowledge in areas such as intellectual property rights, space, healthcare and energy. Indian and Swedish agencies are also jointly funding concrete innovation projects in diverse fields such as transportation, smart energy grids, AI, digitalization and health. These projects involve businesses, academia and innovation hubs from both our countries, often with a strong focus on industrial R&D. The Swedish Innovation Agency, Vinnova, has a long-standing and fruitful collaboration with both Indian Department of Science and Technology and Department of Biotechnology. This includes launching joint calls for projects in digital health, smart cities, and clean tech. The Swedish Energy Agency is collaborating with the Department of Science and Technology regarding innovation in smart grids and smart connected societies. Also, dear friends, the consortium of the main Swedish research funding agencies is now in the process of launching a bilateral initiative with India for research and innovation related to the important topic of circular economy. There are also several innovation initiatives that connect Indian and Swedish stakeholders in a very hands-on way. One good example is this India-Sweden Healthcare Innovation Center that was launched last year during the celebration of 10 years of India-Sweden health cooperation. This initiative connects innovative startups with large companies, healthcare providers, and policymakers. Another very good example that we heard from the Honourable Minister is the Sweden-India Transportation Innovation and Safety Partnership, a joint initiative for transport innovation that we will hear more about in the upcoming panel. So, dear friends, I see great potential to use our cooperation to further increase both trade and investments. Companies face challenges today that can only be dealt with by investing in innovation and collaboration. The speed of the technological development that we are seeing today, and it is increasing, will make us face new challenges, and we will see new value chains arise. This has, I think, been very, very evident during this COVID-19 pandemic. I'm also very happy to see both startups and large companies represented in the program today. Sweden is one of the leading startup countries in the world with world-class incubators and science parks. And I believe that we have a lot to gain from connecting innovative startup companies and large enterprises, both in India and in Sweden. So, dear friends, I'm very happy and very pleased to see that the spirit of co-creation and co-development is a vital part of our bilateral relationship. And I just, as I said when I was visiting with His Majesty, the King and Queen, during the latest council, I would say that it's not only about economy, it's not only about innovation, it's not only about meeting the huge challenges that we all face as humanity. The cooperation between India and Sweden is also about something very, very simple. We like you. And that in itself it is a very, very good prerequisite for having a good cooperation and meeting all the challenges that we have, both as countries, but also as global players. So thank you very much for inviting me today, and then hopefully we will have together a very fruitful day. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Minister Baylan, to continue our the inauguration with the Samband between India and Sweden. Thank you, Minister Gadkari, Mr. Wallenberg, Ms. Shukla, and Mr. Kingstead for inaugurating India-Sweden Innovation Day. Today being the 7th Innovation Day, we have stayed true to our mantra of optimism and determination, something we call optimation, in connecting Sweden and India across business, culture, and social life. I would really like to take the opportunity to especially thank the Embassy of India, Ms. Shukla, Mr. Dhami, and Manju, Sweden-India Business Council, Håkan Kingstead, Robin Sukhia, Arti Davis, and Cecilia Olne, CII, Startup India, Energy Agency of Sweden, Volvo, Saab, Emirates, King, and Epicenter. And mostly also my team, Zivil